Well, Susan and Randy join us from the Moose Family Center here in Titusville. Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Boy, there's a lot going on. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, the Moose has this coming up, and they got great food. And I'm like, yeah, we have them on occasionally, and there's always something great going on.
There is. Let's talk membership first, because once you hear what's coming up, you'll want to know about this. We have a special going on. It's the end of our Moose year. I was just telling you earlier, Moose year ends April 30th. But now through April 30th, we are waiving the $20 application fee. So it's just your price of your dues. It's $45 a year to belong, but for a 7-day-a-week kitchen, great food, good prices on drinks, great events for your family. We have kids' parties and our family picnic. A lot of things coming up soon, but...
No, I think you talked a little bit about this last time you were on. You do need somebody to sponsor you?
You do need a sponsor. Any Moose member can sponsor you in, and a lot of us officers to get different credits for awards we're achieving. If you can't find a sponsor, call one of us. We're always vying for sponsorships, but it's very easy. You just need an existing Moose member to sponsor you.
Randy, do you ever have somebody like... knock at the door and say, hey, I want to be a member, and they're like kind of scanning the crowd to see if they know anybody?
Well, most I think of our new members are brought in by existing members, and they eat the good food, and they see the camaraderie that we have in the lodge, and then they want to apply.
That's
and
great.
That's happened, and and our bartenders are members, so I've seen, the bartenders can sponsor some people in, so if you really don't, we just hit the 1,700 mark for membership.
Wow.
With this membership drive, so if you don't know somebody, stop in. There'll be a staff member there that would be glad to talk to you about it, sponsor you in.
So you mentioned the dinners before, and but I've talked to people who've said, we dropped our kid off at an event or someplace, and we just needed to go somewhere for a half hour, 45 minutes, and they go, grab a drink, relax, meet up with some friends, but it's great. It's a great time.
We have a pickleball people that come in. A whole lot of them come in after they're done playing pickleball, and they come in and have lunch, and it's quite a crew there that comes in.
Okay, so that promotion is running through the rest of the month?
Through the end of April,
okay.
Yes. So that it's a savings. Normally there's an initial $20 fee. We're dropping that, and just for the price of the dues, and you get a full year. We don't follow the calendar year. You get a full year from when you join. So if they join this April, they don't have to renew till next April. It doesn't end at the end of the year. So that's a benefit.
That's great. So find somebody. There's probably a good chance you know somebody if you're not a member. So
with that many local people.
Yeah, which is great. So take advantage of that. And then on top of that, there's like all these great events that take place.
Coming up right quickly on the Women of the Moose side, we're having our spring auction. We did a Christmas one. It was successful. You've got the graphic up there, but it starts on Saturday. You can come in at 1, and he starts auctioning at 2. He's bringing like garden items, solar items, and then he always has like cheese blocks and pepperoni, all kinds of things, a variety. If you've ever been to the fire hall style auction, it's the same format, but that is Saturday. Sometimes we tie that into, depending on the food product, if there's excess, the Women of the Moose purchase excess, and that goes to a food drive for the food bank at Christmas time. I don't know if there would be toys for Easter, but at Christmas time, if he's got lots of toys, we buy additional toys and do the Toys for Tots box, fill extra with that. So that's this Saturday, the 12th coming up. And then on the heels...
Do you have to be a member to attend that?
No, that is open to the public. So that'd be a good time to come in and try us out.
Yeah.
The kitchen will be open if you want, really. I mean, you could order anything from the menu, but the auction people like a lot of the light snacks, fries, mini tacos. Ooh. You can have a snack and join the auction. Following that, we normally have our women's breakfast the 3rd Sunday of the month, but that's Easter, so we've bumped that to the 4th Sunday. April 27th will be the Pancakes and More breakfast buffet, and the day before that, we're having our first ever purse raffle, and that's going to be a lot of fun for the ladies. That is also a food drive for the food bank. So for the ladies, you get a chance on great designer purses, but if you bring in non-perishable goods, for each boxed item you bring, you get a ticket on a designer purse. So bring in 3 food items, get 3 tickets for a chance on a really nice designer purse, in addition to what you could win with your main ticket. So that's happening April 26th. And tickets are available at the Moose Lodge and at my store, Titusville Market Square. So if you're from the public and want to check it out, stop in Market Square and grab a ticket there, and that'll get you in to check out what the Moose Club's all about.
That's
you have
great.
your Easter basket raffle too.
Oh yeah, we have that going on in-house. We call it, we do countdown to Christmas. Well, we're doing a countdown to Easter. So the 14 days leading up to Easter in-house, like a chance auction style thing, we have 14 great baskets. We start drawing one out each night. With a big prize on the last, I guess I'll call it Easter Eve. So that's going on right now. We're through our first 3 or 4 days, but you can take a chance on that and win some fun baskets.
So the person I was talking to the other day said they really like wing nights, and I was just looking at the calendar there, and every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, and then they toss in, if your husband's a wing fan and you're not, there's that extra special on there that you can order something different. But the full menu is always available. But the wings are featured on Wednesdays.
We are bringing back on the last Monday of April, we're bringing back our 50-cent wing night. We had to suspend that for a while because the price of wings went through the roof.
Yeah.
But they're back down to where we figured we're going to go ahead and do it again.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
until further notice, we're doing the last Monday of every month, we'll be doing the 50-cent wing night.
Thanks for the reminder. I was supposed to change the graphic out on the calendar, and I hadn't yet. Needed that reminder. Surprise!
All right, so take advantage of that. Boy, I'd imagine
And
that
that's
would bring
fun.
in
We
some
put a
folks.
little entertainment with it. Sometimes a 1-piece or 2-piece person. We've had 50 miles to empty, but we put a little music with that from like a 6 to 9 through the throwback wing night. So that's kind of a fun night.
Well, if you look at the calendar too, I mean, Friday nights you got music going. So I mean, there's just kind of a lot of fun throughout the week.
We have a lot of entertainment. We have a real good band this month too. Hell's Bells is coming back again. They're one of our best bands, I think, in the area. That I think they come out of Erie.
And that's on the 19th.
Yeah, on the 19th.
That's great. The schedule and all this, people can find this on the Facebook page,
Right.
so they know
it's
what's going on.
There's a few Moose Facebook pages. We're in the process of developing a general lodge page on my to-do list. But there's a Women of the Moose page. There is a Titusville Moose Lodge page you can search for. And then we have a Moose Riders group. They have a Facebook page. But we all share information with each other. So any of the Titusville Moose pages will have the calendar for the month on it.
And there was a big election that just took place, correct?
Yeah.
Every year. I'll let you roll with that one.
Susan will be the incoming president. Actually, we just had 2 offices that were up for contention. One was the treasurer, which I ran for and won. So
Congrats.
thank you. And also our chaplain was a race, and Mark Yance will be our new chaplain. But all the rest of them are vice president was running unopposed. Our trustees are running, they're just automatically, they move up.
Right. I'm the current vice president, but you don't automatically move up. There's an election, kind of every year. Unless you're a trustee, you move down the line.
Right.
But, so looking
So we have
forward
a
to
new
great
board of
year.
officers. I think it's going to be a good one, too.
That's great. Well, so what kind of goes into all of that? Is it looking at the year and planning things out? Is it coming up with these events? And how, like the purse event that's coming up, is that something that was planned a couple months ago, or do you look at it, a year ago?
It's been planned it's a new for us. Our Joyce Tobin's our chair for that. She chairs that event at the Elks Club, but she's a dual member, and we're like, gee, we'd like to do a purse raffle. So she's getting us started with that. I think it's going to be a great event. But I do have a plan to kind of look at our May 1st officially take over, and I'd like to do a schedule for the whole year. We have annual events we do, our family picnic. That's already scheduled, actually, for July. Our golf outing, Randy's going to talk about that. We just got that kind of in place and rolling with that soon.
All right.
But,
Hey, the Masters starts today, and I am so excited. That's like...
My son is there.
in
It was
Augusta.
on his bucket list. Yes, he took his camper van.
Oh, that's great.
And a buddy, and he somehow got tickets to, to watch it. So I'll
Wow.
look for him in the crowd. We'll look for Jason from Titusville.
That's great. We should have him call in and give us a report.
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
I know, Randy. I know baseball's sort of like spring, right? But for me, anymore, the last couple years, it's been the Masters.
Yeah, I'm that way too. The older I get, the more golf I watch.
Yeah.
I guess it's the only sport that I can do anymore. So,
The Moose is going to have an event coming up?
yeah, our golf outing is on June 21st, and that's at Green Acres. And, we hope we can get some of the businesses in town to support us on that, because that's one of our major fundraisers that we have during the year. And that's how we do our donations, our scholarships for the high school seniors and the donations that we do to the fire departments and the ambulance services and everything. So that's how we raise the money, really. It's one of the big ones how we raise the money.
That's great. And
We also have a cash bash coming up that's next month, May 31st. And basically what that is for 2 hours, every 10 minutes we give away a cash prize. We're selling tickets now for $10 a piece, and we give away $2,500 total on the night.
Wow.
So again, from 6 to 8, every 10 minutes we give away a cash prize.
And your name goes back in, so at 6 o'clock, if you're a winner, it could come back out at 6:20, so you could win multiple times. I've seen it happen a couple times.
Yeah,
But
where we've had a double or triple winner and stuff. So that's an annual event that we do. The women, they do the reverse raffle. The men's Legionnaires, we do the cash bash. Those are, again, annual events. So that'll be coming up on May 31st.
May 31st.
Okay. I want to get back to golf for 1 second. Let's do this. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Friends from the Moose Lodge with us here this morning. So ways to kind of get involved, at least with this golf fundraiser. Put a team in.
Yes.
Sponsor holes.
Sign up at the Moose Lodge, $60 entry fee, okay? And ours is blind draw, so basically you just sign up yourself individually. And that's what, it makes it fair, because a lot of times you have these golf outings and these people from out of town will bring a bunch of ringers.
Randy, that doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
that does happen. And they win, first prize all the time and stuff. So what we do is you sign up individually, and we blind draw. We pretty much put A, B, C, and D, rate the ones, and then we blind draw them, put teams in, and it seems to work out. Everybody enjoys it. We usually have a full slate, of...
So somebody, if they sign up, they don't know who they're going to be playing with?
That's correct.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It is kind of
That's
neat.
a neat
But
networking
correct me if
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
wrong. If they're not in the prize money, if they really insist and they just want to be with their foursome, can they can
Yeah,
sign
then they're
up
not
to
eligible for the first, second, third, or fourth prizes.
they can play some of the other
But
games.
we give away like $80, I think it is, for every hole on the course. So for 18 holes, it'd be closest to the pin, longest putt, those type things and stuff. So they can compete for those proximity prizes. But if they bring a team, we do allow it, because sometimes they do want to play together. But
Yeah.
most of the guys really enjoy
But it is fun. You
playing
get
with
to meet new
different
people.
players. Yeah,
That's
meet
what I was just
different
thinking.
people.
That's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Because it does force you to meet other people and...
And then we do have the hole-in-one contest that goes along with that
Yeah,
too.
Jerry
so-
Purnett Manufacturing has sponsored that year after year for us, and last year it was $20,000 for a hole-in-one prize.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a good tournament. Like I said, we usually fill the whole tournament. So.
Okay. Is it one of those things where people should sign up now before it does fill up?
Yeah, everybody wants to look at weather too. So there's a lot of them that
Yeah, but
kind of
this
wait
is for a
till
good
last
cause.
minute.
This is for a good cause, so just do it. And
We're getting into late June, so hopefully we'll be past all that.
Yeah, we usually have some good
Bad
weather
weather.
by
well,
then.
I know it's only April, but you blink and it's gonna. I mean, this whole year is just flying by. So you can't just say, "Oh, that's down the road," because down the road now becomes, "Oh, that's next week," and then, "Oh, gosh, that's tomorrow." So if you're there, maybe you're grabbing dinner or something to
Yeah.
eat or drink. Sign up and
We're going to have a
support
sign-up
the
sheet
Moose.
Immediately. I just, placed the date, locked it in, and Susan got the brochures ready, and
Yep.
we're ready to go right now.
roll.
So
That's great. I'll tell you, the other thing is you get that everybody's in that mood to get out and play. Mm-hmm. Courses are looking a lot greener. Yeah, there's excitement.
it was white out there this morning. Though.
No. Skip that day. Let's go before that. And Susan, real quick, just kind of mentioned, Randy talked about raising money for scholarships and those service organizations in town. That is so important. And the needs, sometimes I don't think people realize, even if you have like a volunteer fire department, the cost to outfit somebody is so expensive today. Yeah.
Right. It's, and all the service clubs, but, it's part of my draw. I've been community oriented for a number of years, but we just giving back to the community. We have our own personal charities, our Child City and seniors facility, the Moose Heart School, and that we support in Illinois, and the Moose Haven campus for the retirement community in Florida. But our local community is very, very important to us, and we do a great deal for that. And I wear two hats. On the Women of the Moose side, we do our annual donations here at the end of this month, and we usually have checks ready for like a good 8 or 10 local associated charities: the YWCA, Food Bank, Titusville Salvation Army, Love Inc. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but we do our Women of the Moose annual donations at the end of our Moose year, so that'll be coming up.
That's fantastic. And then it's not like the cost of education is going down for students, so any amount helps.
And anytime there's a need, I think to holiday times we do turkeys at Thanksgiving and maybe hams at Christmas. Mm-hmm. We help the organizations out with the donations of those.
300 turkeys.
Okay, is that
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't drop them from a plane, did you?
No.
Okay.
No.
little
We hauled them
parachutes?
from Walmart.
All right. That's fantastic. And they're given out at the Moose Lodge, right?
No.
No?
We deliver them down to associated charities.
Wow, okay.
And
they distribute them, but we donate them down there.
That's great. That's fantastic. So again, when you're supporting, your membership, when you're supporting by going to events, golf outing, all these special things that are happening, this all goes to support events like that. And
right. And even if there's on a personal level, I don't know if there's a family that's had a fire or like a medical need, we help with donations, gas cards to get people transported if they have to go to Pittsburgh or whatever for medical things. So,
and you've hosted events for folks, right? Fundraising dinners and
We've
stuff?
hosted benefit dinners.
Yes.
Does the softball team have something coming up? We help the school districts, some of the different sports teams. Sometime we'll do a chicken and
the
biscuit.
girls soccer we just donated
Girls soccer,
to.
that's what it was. But if you're listening and there's something you think locally that the Moose Club could do, just give us a call.
On a personal note too, we had a elderly gentleman that recently applied to go to our Moose Haven, to our retirement. Moose says if you're a member for 15 years, you're qualified to go there after retirement. His wife had passed away. He's pretty much all by himself. He had a daughter, but they lived way out in the boondocks, and he's one of these people that likes to be around people and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was coming into the lodge, and he asked me if I'd help him with the application, so I helped him with the application. He got into Moose Haven. He just called me the other day, and he said, "What a place." He said, "Thank you so much." He thanked me about 5 times for helping him. He said, "This is a wonderful place down here. I just love it." And he really bragged it up, so I was real happy for him.
And where's that located?
It's in Florida.
Winter Park, Florida.
Winter Park,
Okay.
Florida.
Wow.
But they have events. They have everything from real active people to
And bowling alleys. And
if you need critical
everything.
care, it goes to that point. But once you're in there, it's a real benefit of if you don't have family and the rest of your days, you live out your days at Moose Heart. It's a retirement. You can
Around people. But that's the
people.
thing, right?
Yeah.
I've talked to so many people
take
recently
them
that
shopping and have events on campus, and it's not even There's like individual houses. I haven't been there, but that's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Into the
two different kinds of housing. You can go in basically and turn over your assets, and they take care of everything then.
Wow.
Or you can go in on a pay as you go situation where you basically renting an apartment and they charge you for whatever you use.
And again, you're surrounded by people. There's
Yeah.
communication. There's a bond that, that's great.
It's right on the St. James River too. It's beautiful scenery there.
Susan, real quick, tell us what's coming up.
Real quick, this Saturday is our spring and new items auction over at the lodge, open to the public. Come check us out. It's a lot of fun. Purse Bash at the end of the month, the 26th. That's, I believe, open to the public also if ladies want to come in and check out the lodge then. And our breakfast the next day on the 27th, we have a breakfast buffet. Now, the breakfast will be ending. We do breakfast the first and third Sundays from October through May. So May will be the last. We'll take a break for summer. But get in and enjoy a couple more breakfast buffets. And those are open to the public.
That's great. They say summer's supposed to start by August this year. So, Susan, Randy, good to see you. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.